We just helped some homeowners plant a food forest in about 2 hours work. You can see there's a nice open flow here. It's basically based on pacing out triangles, getting the spacing right between the larger canopy trees like that chestnut in the middle, the pears here, and then towards the edges, some of the smaller trees like the Japanese persimmon, a little witch hazel right there, a little blueberry right there. These can evolve into guilds. There is a pomegranate right there, pomegranate right here, fig right there, Illinois ever-bearing mulberry tree, little seedling peach right here, another Illinois ever-bearing, another pear in the middle. And as you can see, just looking around here, these are pretty harsh conditions. There's a lot of patchiness to the grass. The trees here are scrubby oaks. There are sparkleberries and gallberry and yaupon holly growing in the woods here, which is indicating acid conditions. It's just sand on the ground, and my friend put rye and clover and other things down here to kind of build this area up. It's better than the ground is elsewhere, but it's still, if you look over here, you can just see this is, when even the weeds don't want to grow, you're dealing with a difficult situation. So the next step right here to get this growing and to be happy is to get a lot of mulch and to lime this area, with the exception of the one blueberry that we planted, which is not going to appreciate the lime. Getting some lime on here is going to help with the pH and with the availability of nutrients, because the calcium will be filled in properly and the staves of the barrel will be more complete when other things are fed to it. And just mulch it deeply, lime it well, and then maybe start feeding it in the second year with whatever you want to feed it with. Compost, chop and drop. Getting some chop and drop trees in here would be good. I told him he could also kill off areas in between these trees and plant them with cover crops that could be chopped and dropped. You could put in a lot of different things to grow, but even just allowing the weeds to grow back and then mowing pathways in between and using the grass clippings and the weeds to feed it is useful. I also told him if he burns any fires in the yard, go out there and put some ashes out there, get some ashes around those trees. This is not a ideal agricultural condition here. It's not beautiful soil. The organic matter is probably quite low, fast draining, very hot, acid. However, as you can see by looking out here, forests do grow here, and as this forest establishes, it's going to be a lot easier than, say, putting in rows of cabbages out here. These trees will start to fill in, it'll become an ecosystem, they'll start to shade each other, and if the work is done in the first 2 to 3 years of mulching and watering and getting them established, this will be a really nice backyard food forest. And like I said, it only took us about 2 hours to plant it all, just by pacing it off and putting them in. I just wanted you guys to see this, see how much you can get done in a short period of time. And now a few years of work, of just making sure that they get watered, mulched, grass clippings thrown on them, whatever. Just taking care of them and getting them going. This will be a long-term ecosystem producing a good amount of food for very little work. All your effort is in the first bit. And then after that, you got a food forest that's going to be rather like this forest back here, just taking care of itself and making you food. Thanks for joining me. Catch you all next time. And until then, may your thumbs always be green.